Also something happening today. Syrian forces on high alert, preparing for a possible strike from the U.S. in retaliation for chemical attacks on its citizens. The West now vowing to come together to demand that Assad finally be forced to destroy his chemical weapons stockpile. So what happens next? Here now to weigh in is the former Deputy Commanding General of U.S. forces in Afghanistan and author of Direct Fire, General Anthony Tata. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Heather.
So what do you foresee happening today?
Well, I think what's happening right now, Heather, is that we've got all the elements of national power being synchronized by this administration, which they have been very good at in the past in other geopolitical crises and situations. And so we have diplomatic power. They've proposed a UN resolution, of course, which Russia vetoed, used its veto power for the 12th time in relation to Syria to veto a resolution in the United Nations. You've got nation coalition building going on with France and United Kingdom and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and other nations that are going to come to play here to bring power, military power to bear. You have information wars going on. You have the Russian Prime Minister, Foreign Minister for Defense, saying that they're going to shoot down U.S. airplanes. So, you know, it is brinksmanship at its highest. And so what we're doing is marshaling the forces, and Russia and Syria are actually talking about fighting back.
So we have the USS Harry Truman strike group headed that way today. Now, that was something that was previously scheduled, correct?
That is correct. It entered the Med yesterday as, you know, that's part of our information war, as was put out through the media. And that gives us 2 carrier strike groups in the region that can provide military aircraft. And we have also air bases all around Europe that can provide B-1, B-2 bombers, whatever we need, and have the capability to evade radar. You've got to get past the radars. You've got to target the chemical stockpiles, and I would continue to have to target the delivery means, which is the Air Force, the helicopters, and the artillery tubes, and their crews as well.
You know, you look at these pictures of these little children that we have on right now that were injured in all this, their families suffocating inside of their homes, images that we've seen before. Eurocontrol on Tuesday, they actually warned about this possibility of this missile strike within 72 hours. Is that something that you think would be a sign that missile strikes are going to occur today?
Absolutely. The deconfliction of airspace is one of the things that you really have a moral responsibility to do, because there's a lot of civilian airliner traffic that crosses some of these areas. And if we do not you know, work in concert with our allies to put out the information, then of course we could have needless casualties. And so this is part of that diplomatic piece that's happening up front, Heather, where we are cleaning up the battlefield so that our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines can do whatever is necessary. And I might remind everybody that our national security strategy calls for the prohibition of chemical weapons, weapons of mass destruction, and an international order based on the rule of law. These are 2 things that are fundamental and have been for decades in our national security strategy. So we must do something. And there's an 11th hour gambit by the Russians to try to verify what actually happened there. Syria, of course, and Russia, of course, say there was no chemical strike. And so there's a UN organization that they're trying to bring in at the 11th hour to forestall any kind of military action. And I think that's going to be the last piece there before something happens either tonight or tomorrow night.
People calling for a different response, though, from President Trump than we got from President Obama, because obviously we remember with President Obama back in 2015, he said that we got all of the chemical weapons, depended on Russia to do that. But clearly that did not happen, because we have what's happening today. Thank you. Go ahead.
So, Heather, what I would say is that Obama actually, if you want a Russian collusion story, this is it, because what he did is he turned his back on those children and women that you mentioned running through the street with their nose and ears bleeding from the chemical attacks, and he turned it over to the Russians, who have been a long-time supporter of Syria, because that's where they have a military base, their naval base, warm water naval base, and they ignored the fact fact that there's collusion between Russia and Syria, and Obama turned his back on the people of Syria and allowed Russia to, with a wink and a nod, say, yeah, they're all gone, and
right.
Clearly they're not. And so this is blood on Obama's hands, in my opinion.
Yeah, and Assad's own security guards leading them around, trying to show them that everything was gone. So what do you think is going to happen there? General Tata, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.